Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss the top 5 most asked questions that I have either been asked or that I have seen through either my channel or Discord or Reddit, things like that. So hopefully this video here will answer some of those burning questions that you have. But first, before we do that, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with Apple Arcade, Hero Collectors, Gacha games, and all those games that we love to play, then consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. So the first question is all around cost and in-app purchases and how do I get this? All right, so first, cost. The first month is free. After that, it's $5 a month. And I did do a general overview of Apple Arcade and the cost and whether I think it's worth it or not. And ultimately, whether it's worth it or not is dependent on you and what you like. However, if you haven't seen that video, I'll go ahead and link it up right over there so you can go ahead and check that out. So after your first initial free trial period, then it's $5 a month to all games in Apple Arcade. So where is it exactly? It's right here, down here. You go into your App Store. It's the arcade joystick down here at the bottom. Once you click on it, if you don't have it, it's going to ask you if you want it, and then you go ahead and you sign up for that free trial. So that is where it is. That's how you get it. But one thing that you do need to know is that it needs iOS 13. So any iOS 13 capable device will allow you to go ahead and access Apple Arcade. All right, the second question that I have seen is, and it's a pretty easy one, is Family Share. Does it support Family Share? And the answer is yes, which is really cool because again, that stretches that $5 a month pretty good actually, and allows, I believe it's up to six family members that can go ahead and access all the games that are here. So definitely very cool. Something that I think really just points to the value of the product overall for $5 a month. So pretty cool there. Next, is it for me? A lot of people are asking. So it really depends on the type of gamer that you are. I think right now, where the initial start of and just taking a look at the games, that it is really it's really focused on the casual player, not so much the hardcore player. But there are some games here that some of the hardcore players can really sink their teeth into, like Oceanhorn 2. There's tons of hours in that game. There's tons of achievements. If you love going through and getting all the different achievements in games, there's other games in there too that have quite a bit of meat to it that you can go ahead and play for quite a while. Plus, there's additional games coming. Like right now, the last count I had was 70 games are in the store right now. When they initially talked about the initial release of this, it was going to have 100 plus games. So it will get there. It's not there yet, but I think those games will come pretty quickly because I think for the most part, what they've done here is very, very cool. But again, I think it's more geared towards that casual player. So as far as if this is worth it for you, only you can answer that one, but know that is more casual based right now. I know that some games that are coming up, like there's a first person shooter game that is coming up that looks pretty interesting. I think they're going to add some more games for the more hardcore player there, but they started with those casual gamers right now. All right, next, the other question that I get asked, and actually this was on my channel a little bit here too, was controller support. Does it support controllers? The answer is yes, it does. It does support your Xbox One controller. It supports your PS4 controller. It also supports your MFI controllers. Now, that was kind of a new term to me. I hadn't really known what MFI was, but MFI is made for iDevice, iPod, iPhone, iPad. So it's a program that Apple has that allows third-party manufacturers to be able to create peripherals for their devices. So an MFI controller. Now, which one's the best? I've been asked which one's the best. In my opinion, the one that I like using the most is my Xbox One controller. That's what I use for this. But if you don't, and also I have an Xbox One, I have a PS4 and all these other different devices, and the Xbox One controller just works really well for me. I like the way it feels. I like the way that the controls are. The MFI devices, now I have not played or used an MFI device for any of these Apple Arcade games or other games that you can play on an Apple device. So I don't know. I saw some. I did see some things on Reddit where saying it doesn't have the push down sticks like your Xbox controller and everything does. I don't know if they do now. I don't know if that is an old comment. But if you don't have an Xbox One device and you have an MFI controller, I think it'll work just fine. If they add additional features later on that takes advantages of the click down on the different sticks and things like that, then I'm sure they're going to create an MFI controller that supports that as well. But with the Xbox One and everything that I have, you can go ahead and just jump right in there and start playing. So how do you connect it? Let's talk about that really quick. How do you connect a controller to it? So let's walk through that really quick. I'm going to go out here and go into my settings. I'm going to go into Bluetooth. Now the best way to do this really is to turn your Bluetooth off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my controller on right here. Boom. Went ahead and turned my controller on right there. And then I am going to hit the pairing button right here. And then I'm going to turn my Bluetooth on. And I'll give it a second. And there it is, my Xbox wireless controller. I'll go ahead and tap on that. And there we go. Now let's go ahead and jump into a game really quick and I'll show you how this works. All right, so this is Oceanhorn 2 and the controls work just like it would for any other game that you play, right? So this is kind of like a Zelda type game. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but I did do a video on this one too. So if you haven't seen that, I'll go ahead and link that up right there as well. But as you can see, the controls are pretty good. And the cool thing is, by using the controller here, you just like with any FPS game, you hold down the left trigger and then you can go ahead and aim. Whereas if you did it on your iDevice, it takes a little bit getting used to, but you can definitely do it much easier with this controller. Go ahead and pick that up here really quick. Boom, let's go ahead and get this guy taken care of. Boom. Let's go ahead and aim. And then obviously the right trigger is your fire button for that. And there we go. So works really well. The controls are really good. I do like the response of them. The one thing I do wish with this is that I wish you could control the sensitivity. I mean, I can even go into the different menus, hit your left and right buttons to go through the different things, but there's no sensitivity in here. It would be nice. It would be nice to be able to adjust the sensitivity just a little bit. So there you go. That is what you do to connect a Bluetooth controller. So now the last question is canceling. So what if you find out that after your 1 month period, this is just not a game that you thoroughly enjoy, not a game, but a service that you enjoy and want to pay $5 a month for? How do you cancel it? Well, let's go ahead. I'll show you how to cancel it. All right, so we're back at our home screen here. We're going to go ahead and go into this again, into your settings. And then it's actually really easy. You go ahead and click on your Apple ID, iCloud, iTunes, App Store right there. And it's right there, subscriptions. Go ahead and click on your subscriptions. Then it's going to pull up what you subscribe to. I'm going to go ahead and click on Apple Arcade right there. And then right there, cancel free trial. Boom, you're done. So you can play out your 30 days or your 29 days if you want to keep a really good eye on it before it charges you that $5, and then you can go ahead and cancel your free trial right there. So pretty quick, pretty easy to be able to do that. All right, and there you go, everybody. That's what I had for you tonight. Just a quick video to go over Apple Arcade's 5 most asked questions that I've either seen or that I've been asked myself. Really hope the video helps you understand the service a little bit more, the capabilities, what you can and can't do, how to cancel it if it's something that you're not into, and hopefully it helps you to make a determination of whether this is something that is for you or not. All right, and if your question was not answered, if you have other questions about the service as well, about the games or what's coming, definitely leave them in the comment section below so that I can help answer those, or anybody else who might know answers to those questions can go ahead and answer them as well. All right, as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.